Anybody who watches Attenborough documentaries knows that the birds are pretty fancy. You've got kingfishers, you've got pheasants, you've got peacocks, or disco chickens, as I like to call them. But scientists couldn't work out why they were putting in so much effort. It was Charles Darwin who suggested that maybe they were doing it because it was down to the way that animals selected their mates. And everyone was kind of okay with this until the outrageous suggestion that maybe it was the females that were making the choice. So, of course, all of Victorian society guffawed at the ridiculousness of the idea of female agency. And they carried on laughing for a few decades until they actually realised that it was true. Female birds select males based on their appearance. There was one study that managed to demonstrate this pretty artfully, to see if there was a preference in birds for a genuinely fancy head crest, even in the birds that didn't naturally have one occurring. And so that, it meant only one thing: teeny, teeny, tiny bird hats. And let me tell you, the girls went wild for the boys with the bird hats. The white crest in particular was absolutely irresistible. And these are girl birds that I've never seen a head crest before. Just innately, they were drawn to the idea of these grand gentlemen with their super fancy hats. By the way, that theory that you are secretly attracted to things that are like your mother and father is definitely true of birds, because they did another experiment where they gave mummy and daddy birds feather hats with either horizontal or vertical stripes, let the babies carry on as normal. And then when those babies grew up, they showed a distinctive preference for boy birds which had hats that were striped in the same way as their parents. It's not just budgies that they've done these kind of experiments for. Some people have also looked in to the mating preferences of turkeys and discovered that the girls are extremely into the little snood. Strong preference for boys with elaborate snood, I should tell you. The boy turkeys, by the way, they appear to be a lot less fussy. It was an experiment where what they did is they got a taxidermy turkey, presented it to the boy, see if it still got on well with it, and then slowly removed body parts to see if it put the male turkey off. I'll put it simply, it never did. Even when it was down to just a female turkey head on a stick, the boys were still ultimately not fussy.